Yo, you're now in tune with the Lord Sear Special on Shade 45. On it is the Lord Sear Special. I got special guest, man, the big homie, John Singleton, director.
What's up, man?
Directors, dog, original. I'm saying like that, you know, but hood, you know, classic. But with
classics.
Yes, right. But with
classics.
But with information that guides out within not just some hood, you know,
Yeah.
culture, but it does give out information to brothers and sisters.
That's right.
And knowledge.
That's right.
And
cultural weight.
I need to talk to you about this Tupac documentary that's
documentary.
Oh no, I'm sorry, about the movie that's coming out.
Why is everybody asking me about a movie that I didn't make?
Why?
I'm sick of
is
talking
this
about
shit?
that shit.
Yeah.
We can talk about it.
I mean,
since you asked.
well, because why the fuck would they do something that just is not? It doesn't look right.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at like, it looked bad. It looked like public access. I thought it was a public access movie, and they probably spelled the name wrong, like with two P-A-C-K. And it's like, and the bro don't even look like Tupac. And like my nigga Leroy on 18th and 3rd. I was like, I know who that was, man.
I know. What you want me to say something?
Please, man, please.
You going with it, man. I mean,
man.
It hurts my heart, but at the same time, you know, it's like it is what it is. It's like, I mean, my attitude on it is like, you know, let Pac's spirit haunt them. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because my attitude was when I was going to do the movie, I knew I had to do it right. Otherwise, because when I was working on the script and everything, he was talking in my head, damn near like onto death. Like, you know, don't fuck my movie up. Nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the reason I'm not doing the movie is because I was riding really hard for the memory of Tupac Amaru Shakur, what I felt that movie should be. That's the reason I'm not doing that film.
And the way it sounds.
And the way it is,
Yeah.
I don't know what they're doing. I don't give a fuck what they're doing, but it ain't what I would have done. And they're going to tell me, and everything I've done, how to make a movie. Does that sound like common sense to you?
That's not professional. It's
exactly.
very disrespectful.
Exactly. So disrespectful.
You had him on Men's Society.
No, I didn't do Men's Society.
I mean, no, I'm
Poetic
sorry.
Justice.
And you had him on, I think he was going to have him somewhere else.
We were going to do Higher Learning together.
Right.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, you know, just, it is what it is, man. You know, hopefully I'll be able to dovetail back and tell that story the way it deserves to be told later on, but as of now, not right now. You know, everybody thinks that they can do the version of the movie that they want to make, you know. So,
was it true that Tupac had to take an AIDS test to kiss Janet Jackson?
No, he didn't. That was a joke that we made on the set.
Oh,
because we were all talking around. We were working with Janet Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was like, you know, Janet Jackson's fine. Okay, so
very beautiful.
So we're like,
damn.
So we're on set joking around and stuff, and I'm like telling them, I don't know if I want you to kiss my actress. You know, I don't know where your lips have been, man. He's like, man, fuck you. So and I was like, you know what? Maybe you should take an AIDS test before we do this love scene. So it's like, so then that's what it came out. Just, you know, brothers just joking around on set, and Janet just laughing and everything and stuff. And you know how that Jackson hype machine gets. Like, maybe we should put that stuff out. You know what I mean? We put it out, and everybody was talking about it. And y'all talking about it 20 years later. Yeah. You know what I mean? But we were just kids messing around.
That's dope. That's dope. I had Ice Cube up here.
Oh, you did?
And talked about Boyz in the Hood and how you fit for the movie.
Yeah.
Like, how did that happen? He told me an good story about it. Now you gotta tell me a story.
2 years for that, to do that movie before, when it was in NWA. Actually, that script was written. I wanted NWA to be in that movie. He was always going to be Doughboy, but like Monster was Dre, Lil Chris in the wheelchair was Easy, and the other dude Dookie was supposed to be Ren. So the dudes on the porch were supposed to be NWA. The only person that would talk to me through the whole thing was Cube. Cube was the only person that gave me his phone number. He was real with me. I went after he broke up with the group. and half the LA was telling him, you dumb, you stupid, or whatever. He was like, you know, he was a man onto his own, was like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna make this work. He gave me a ride from the Palace in Hollywood where he had performed Burn Hollywood Burn for the first time, ripped it, and his Suzuki Samurai. And he was going to go see his lady, who is now his wife of over 20 years, Kim. He was going down the Harbor Freeway, and he said, I just got these beats. The Bomb Squad is producing my first solo album, America's Most Wanted. So he starts playing me the beats of like Once Time Upon the Projects and the Nigga You Love to Hate and all this stuff. He's playing me the beats, man. He playing me the beats, and this was about to be a classic album. Ice Cube's first solo
in the
Suzuki Samurai.
The loud speakers
in the Suzuki. No, the speakers was shit. The Suzuki Samurai. But we playing this shit, right? And I was like, yo, remember that script I told you about? I finished it and said, we're going to make this movie. So that was in January of 1990. By the end of the summer, we was filming the movie. So we just two dudes talking about our dreams. And earlier that year, by the end of the year, we making a movie, and everything happened from there.
How was it like? And I know you get the same shit all the time, but you sitting down, you directing with them, and but you actually like cut. All right, action. All right, be more like, you know, you get into it because you're a director.
Yeah.
How was it like directing Tupac? Like, and this is your movie.
It was cool. It was like we were. You gotta remember when we were making those.
Tupac was one of those.
We were making those movies. I mean, he was only 20 years old. You gotta remember when Pac did that movie, he was 20 years old. You know, he was 18 when he did Juice.
Oh okay? yeah.
So he was 20 years old.
In New York, they only know him because I remember they only know him as Bishop. They wouldn't call him Tupac.
Yeah.
He come to Harlem, what up, Bishop?
Yeah. So it was good. It was like, you know, there was some. I didn't know he had so much pressure on him at the time because you know, he was new to show business. You know, he had just did Juice. It just when it came out. He'd had one album out. You know what I'm saying, right? But I put him in charge of like being the male lead opposite an international superstar, and the little nigga did it. he was like, but he was nervous, but he would never let it show. You know, I was like, I need a real nigga to do this. Me and be opposite Janet Jackson. Can you do it? She's like, hell yeah, right? I do it, right? But I had no idea how much pressure that was, really. You know what I mean?
To kiss Janet, like, God damn, you kissing Janet, nigga? You ain't, you know, ain't kissing some regular, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
Janet, you know. Damn, why did you kiss Janet?
No, I didn't kiss Janet.
Come on,
man.
man.
To me, man.
No, I want to hear that. I want to hear that. Look, you kiss, and then he going Tupac. Hold on, you kiss it this way. Or you kissing the lips.
Yeah.
Or you hold
my only regret of that movie is, and I feel that, and Janet was right. We should have had a really like down and out like love scene like the way we did it in Baby Boy, but it was because I was too young at the time and I didn't want to. And Janet was down for this shit to do it, but I think I was too precious with her.
What,
you know what I mean?
What is her name? I keep fucking up her name with Tyrese and the Baby Boy, the actress.
Taraji.
Why
you gonna mess her name?
I know, I'm fucking up, and that's my boo too. You know what I'm saying? But look, you know, I know.
Is that another reason why you got them dark glasses on?
Well,
you fucking up the names. You messing up the movie and said I made Minister Society.
No, man.
Minister Society was a copy of Boyz in the Hood.
Stop it.
It came out 2 years later. I'm tired of motherfuckers telling me you made Minister Society. Come on, motherfucker.
Did you find her?
Who?
What she doing?
Yeah.
And that was a debut.
That was a debut, yeah.
She fucking murdered it.
She did it. She killed that shit.
Where did you find her? She
came in. Well, she came in audition for Baby Boy a year and a half before we even made the movie because I was going to do Shaft in New York here. So she came in with those big, beautiful eyes. She has big bubble eyes. I love Taraji. I call her Lucy is my name. And she came in these cut-off jeans, and she did the scene, and I was like, oh my gosh, she's so good. And then Tyrese came in with like 6 dudes from Watts. He could barely read the lines, but he was like, this is like me and my mama. I went through this with a nigga trying to move in the house with my mama. And I was like, okay, we're gonna wait a little while. And we did the movie after I did Shaft.
Wow. And Shaft was ill. He was all in Harlem.
Yeah, I was in Harlem. I was in the Heights. I was everywhere. I was all around the city.
And it's funny because of the Dominican guy who
Yeah.
like became Martin Luther King. I said, wait a
Yeah,
minute.
but he wasn't Dominican. He's
Right.
a nigga from D.C.
Yeah.
He played Dominican though.
Yeah,
He was
which
up in
is,
Washington Heights and up there and everything, just learning how. He just played that. Jeffrey Wright.
And he had my boy Bones Malone in the movie, man.
Bones, yeah.
How did you meet Bones Malone? I've been a good friend of mine. He's been a good friend of mine for years. He used to write graffiti in club all
Bones, I mean, anybody spent time in the city back then, you know, you knew Bones, you know what I mean? Like, just from around.
That's dope, man.
Yeah.
Let's play some music and come right back.
Okay.
And what you want to hear, man? Just some
I can
old
pick
school,
anything.
any motherfucking thing. It's the Lord Said Special, man. Do what you do.
You know what? Why don't you play Pete Rock and CL Smooth When They Reminisce Over You?
That has to be the best, I guess, hip hop rest in peace song ever.
I know. It's beautiful.
I don't know any other song.
I know.
that can.
I know. It's beautiful.
Damn, man. Let's do that. Come back, Mr. John Singleton. It is the Lord Said Special, fool. Going on. It is the Lord Said Special. 888-742-3345. We're having a talk with John Singleton and just find out that you're doing Boys in the Hood Part 2.
No.
No, I'm lying. I wish. Why wouldn't you ever?
I did it. It's called Baby Boy.
But you ain't had Ricky. The nigga ain't shut no Ricky.
Ricky
you know.
died. Ricky, what?
But you ain't found a dead body. You know,
Ricky died. You saw that movie. Ricky died.
It ain't Part 2. Well,
you know how many times people hit me on IG and be like, listen, I wrote a script. It's called Boys in the Hood Part 2. And you should direct it. I'm like,
I wrote it.
I wrote it.
You
Oh
should-
no, they say I could co-direct it with you.
Get that money. See,
And then you can let me write the soundtrack to the movie. I'm like, come on, man.
Get
You know what I
the
mean?
fuck
Like,
out of here.
get the fuck out of here.
I'm like, nigga. You put the cast of Empire on good too, Hustle and Flow.
Yeah, that's right. There would not be Empire if I had made Hustle and Flow. There would be no Empire.
I couldn't see no other way. I couldn't see no other way.
But the good thing about that is me making Hustle and Flow made Empire, and then Lee Daniels hooked me up to direct on the show, which got me in the television business. So, and now I'm rolling in TV.
Let's speak about the television thing you're doing. You have a female shaft.
Yeah, Rebel.
What's up with that, man?
She's
Been a fucking minute. Why? A female.
Because I think that, you know, people are nervous about empowering black women. They always try to like take black women's power away, but they, you know, hey, this is a show that basically you see this sister who she's bad. You know what I mean? She's bad, and she's just like, she rolls the way that some men roll. You know what I mean? Like, and it's set in Oakland now. You know, it's a detective thriller. And I'm really proud of it. It's like, I made a movie of it. It's a TV show, but the first episode is a movie unto itself. It's coming out tonight, BET.
All right. God damn. What time?
10 o'clock.
Is there any but see, like BET don't have like verbal or like no cursing.
Oh yeah, that's why it comes on late, because you can do a little bit of that.
Okay.
Yeah. So, you know, they put the mature stuff on a little later.
Is she blowing niggas' faces off with the gun and all that?
You have to watch it.
Come on.
You have to watch it. You gotta watch it first.
What you watching on TV now? Just like relaxing? Are you old school with the TV? Or
No. I watch. Well, now I watch Atlanta. I watch Game of Thrones.
Atlanta's the best shit.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Luke Cage was really good. My homeboy Chael Coker did Luke Cage. You know, the funny thing is, Chael about Luke Cage was that one episode where he took the couch and knocked all the motherfuckers on the couch.
Yeah.
I sent out a tweet that day. I saw it. I said, somewhere in the country, there's a bunch of niggas sitting on the couch smoking some weed. Said, did this nigga just pick up a couch and knock these niggas out with a couch? And they sitting on the couch smoking.
How you do that?
How you do that?
Like, nigga mean. Like, he's mean.
He hit him all with a couch. He hit a whole section on.
That'd be like, nah, I ain't getting high ever again. I ain't doing nothing again, please.
How did he do that?
Oh, man. Who would you work with next?
Who?
Any like actors or like actresses?
I don't really look at life like that. I make the actors. You know what I mean? I have to look at, oh my God, I want to work with this star. You know what I mean? Like, I make the stars. I make the stars.
Would you do a Coffee or Foxy Brown? Like,
I don't have to. I already just did Rebel, but I did it differently than that. I didn't do it I didn't do it kind of campy. I did it really serious, the way that person would be. You know what I mean?
I interviewed Foxy Brown recently on the phone. She's the spokesperson of this website called brownsugar.com, and you stream every and almost any black movie.
Oh, okay.
On your phone, on a laptop. And it's hard for me to go to work and like, and then throw on, a Jim Brown movie. And
Slaughter. You seen Slaughter before?
Yeah.
Slaughter's big. 3 the hard way. 3 the hard way.
They don't care. What I'm
3
saying.
the hard way. Not talk about 1, talk about 2, talk about 3. 3 the hard way.
Yeah, that was the impressions.
Wasn't the Presidents? Really?
Because they kicked out Curtis Mayfield and they put 2 other funny looking niggas in there.
Well, he
they
did
kept
good.
2 of the older niggas.
He did good.
And they put 2 other cats in there.
Okay.
Damn, man. Now, with Rebel, are you doing any other TV shows?
Yeah, I have another TV show. It's coming out this summer. I'm really excited about. It's called Snowfall. It's set.
Is that a white man?
Snowfall.
Oh.
Cocaine, man.
Oh, all right.
Snowfall.
Hey. All right.
You got excited when I said that.
Is it because I saw some shit? Snoop Dogg had to watch one of his TV shows. He put like flour in it, like he had to fake the ring that Willie Dynamite had.
Oh, Willie. Okay.
Willie was like, "What's going on?"
Well, Snowfall is set in 1983 in L.A. and it's about how cocaine changed Los Angeles. Like everybody heard from Scarface and
movie Blow,
all the stuff Blow and all the stuff in Miami, but they don't know how the L.A. cocaine pipeline was made and how that changed it. How it really, because back in the day, in the early '80s, if you wanted to get coke, you had to come out of Miami and they would drive it from Miami across the country. So this was like when the CIA was trying to like make these wars in Central America against communism, so-called. You know what I mean? They financed it with drug money. And it precipitated all this cheap cocaine coming in the country. A lot of it was coming on the East Coast, but this is the West Coast story.
So they were doing tap dancing. They was doing Bojangles on the coke.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they was knocking it down, but they didn't have to knock it down so much because it was so peripheral later on. So.
God damn. And that's is that like a documentary or that?
No, it's a show. It's a show. It's like,
That's it. And what channel would that be on?
FX. Did you watch Sons of Anarchy?
Yes.
That's the network is on. It's like it's a gangster show. It's like.
Yeah, man, they killed Peggy. Married with children. Why they kill my bitch? Fucking bitch. She would suck a dick and make ham hocks. You had to kill her. Leave Peggy alone. Peggy had nothing to do with nobody.
Peggy was bad. She had to go on that show.
Why she had to go?
Because she was fucking around with her son's life. She killed her son's. Why are we talking about that?
Well, hey, man.
She killed her son's woman and everything. That was a good show, Sons of Anarchy. I love that show.
One movie, don't be mad at me. I ain't never seen you did, man.
What?
Black Snake Moan.
And I produced that.
Well, wait a minute.
Yes,
Why? I thought it was like a weird like Samuel Jackson beating it because I was seeing like why he beating this bitch? I thought he beat the bitch with a chain. I never seen it still. Like he beating the white bitch with a chain or something.
He was trying to discipline her.
What? And they show that movie
You
then?
should watch that. Yeah, it did.
Oh shit! I'm gonna watch that night.
Because he got a white woman on a chain.
Yeah.
Is that why you want to watch it now?
Oh well, she cooking me some eggs. Well, I don't know, man. John Singleton, like, thank you for coming through, man.
All right, good to be here, man.
Is there anything like that they can reach out to you? I'm a director too.
Hit me on my IG at John Singleton. Just hit me up on there. Holla. Don't ask me for no
John,
role.
come on,
Don't have me
man.
for no role. Don't ask me. Say you got a script to Boyz n the Hood.